Pensacola's finest, 1885. Since the Civil War was over, there had been no real constitution. There had been a temporary government that had been set up for the state of Florida, but the government as it was had been dissolved. So in 1885, finally, there was a constitution that was set in place. One of the things that it included was the allowance of cities to incorporate. Well, Pensacola was one of those. Pensacola also began its new government, its new structure in 1885. Well, in February of 1885, part of that structure was a police department. And so the Pensacola Police Department was officially formed. Marshal Wilkins took the place of Marshal Mallett, who had been in charge. But see, the practical answer was nothing happened because they had been in uniform since the year before. Marshal Mallett still had the same guys doing the same thing, making the same pay as they were under Marshal Wilkins. So it wasn't much of a change, but it was official. Now, Marshal Wilkins had a couple of ideas of things he wanted to do. One thing, he made some rules, and I'll just get on a couple of them. Officers were not allowed to drink spirituous liquor in the police station. Didn't say anything about anywhere else, but not in the police station. They had to be able to read and write in English. And they put the more intelligent officers on the main streets. Now, they carried two weapons. They carried their club and they carried their pistol. Their pistol was underneath their uniform, so really it wasn't necessarily official. But the rule was they could use their club or their pistol only if a life was in danger or if someone showed resistance. Not much different, except that they didn't specify what resistance was. Officers could not visit bar rooms on duty or off duty. Interesting. And during a month's period of time, an officer could not be absent from roll call more than 3 times, which I don't know why 2 times or why 3 times, but not more than 3 times. Something else was interesting. There was a city ordinance that was created. And keep in mind now, Pensacola was growing. It had a booming shipping business. Fishing. Red snapper this was red snapper capital of the world. And lumber. The pine forests were being harvested north of Pensacola, and there was young men coming to town making all kinds of money. And the Navy was in full swing here, so it was busier and busier and busier. More and more officers were hired. Well, there was a city ordinance that said, you know what, if two officers are walking down the sidewalk, and which was basically a wooden walkway, then the crowds of people had to move out of the way when they heard the officer say, "Gangway." If not, they put them in jail. So a lot of officers I've talked to wish that was still in effect today.